So my question is, what is your country first language?
First language
Yes.
in Australia, English
Austria,
is
yes.
the first language.
Okay, but I heard your pronunciation in English a little bit faster and short. You usually shorten your words. For example, afternoon become awful.
Oh,
Or
yes.
yes, Christmas present become pretty. I watch it on YouTube, but I don't know it is true or not. It's
Yeah, that's sort of slang words.
slang words.
You know that expression, slang?
Yeah, slang. I don't know
So
it.
Australians are less formal.
For question number 2, you are proud to be Australian, right? And tell me everything about Australia, which makes me want to go there.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know how proud I am to be an
Yeah.
Australian. I mean, I don't. That's an interest. I mean, you say, you know, I don't think you should assume that. I'm I'm just trying to be careful the way I say this. I think Australia is a beautiful country,
Beautiful country.
but I'm not that proud of Australia.
Yes.
I think Australia has become a bit meaner, a harsher country, the way we treat refugees, the way we treat minority groups. But getting to what you're asking about, why would you want to come to Australia?
Yes.
Well, physically, Australia is beautiful and it's different to your country. There's sort of like a lot of country,
Yes.
a lot of beautiful beaches. The desert is interesting. The animals are unique, the kangaroos and the koalas.
Oh, yes.
It's all very unique. So that's a reason to come to Australia.
Tell me everything about do's and don'ts. For example, in Saudi Arabia, you can not allowed to do sign like this because
Oh, really?
it's impolite.
Yes, yes.
So what's about Australia?
Okay, that's a good question.
Oh, yes.
And I have to think about the answer. Okay. In
Another-
Australia,
Yeah.
everyone likes to pay their way. Like, for example, I mean, in your culture, you don't really drink alcohol, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But say in Australian culture, most people maybe have some drinks, or everyone going out to dinner for a meal at a restaurant.
Yes.
In Australia, everyone pays the same.
Okay.
Whereas in some cultures, the richest person at the table might pay for the meal or pay more.
Okay. And I want to ask you about stereotypes
Oh, those are good questions.
in Australia. For example, I
yes.
have example for you.
Yes, I bet you do.
This is American stereotypes.
Yep.
Outgoing, friendly.
Yes, Americans are very confident.
Yeah.
Wow.
What about Australia?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, okay.
It's not always negative, positive, also possible.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting question because Australia, you know, people like to joke about Australia or white Australia. We are, I think we're generous.
Generous.
We're informal. We're outgoing. We're friendly. We're quite hardworking.
Yeah.
We're not confident. We're not as confident as Americans.
Yes.
we're disrespectful of authority. Well, yes, we are disrespectful of authority too. Probably more than I don't know, similar to the Americans.
Another question.
Yep.
What is the reason for your visit to Indonesia? What is your reason?
Okay. Well, it's kind of a bit complicated because it was a very last minute plan. You understand last minute?
Yes, last minute
yeah.
plans.
Yeah, right. Very good English. Because my partner and I, Tony, she's my partner who I normally would be travelling with.
Okay.
We were going to go to South America.
Yeah.
I was going to. There's a famous part of South America called Patagonia, which is sort of like this amazing landscape. And it's like in Chile and Argentina. And so we were going to go mostly to the south of South America in those two countries and maybe up to Machu Picchu. Anyway, but Tony was not feeling very well. She was tired, been a bit sick. And so we decided, and she's a vegetarian. She doesn't eat meat.
Okay.
And going to South America, all they eat is meat. It's not a very good place to be a vegetarian.
Yeah.
And so she decided it was just too hard to go to South America. We were going to go for 4 or 5 weeks. So instead, we had 1 week at home in Queensland. We went to the beach and just relaxed and swam in a pool and for 1 week. But I still wanted to go somewhere. I wanted to get out of Australia and go somewhere. And I've never been to Indonesia. I mean,
this is your
first time. And I just thought, of course. And
what is positive and negative
All
things
right.
you find in Indonesia?
What was the second thing you said about?
Culture shock or disrespectful behavior
Oh, okay.
in Indonesia.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I can't think of any negatives. So I'll just go to the positives.
Okay.
I mean, I've only had a small time here, but I find people are friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people are friendly. Like that's.
Yes.
You know.
Mostly, foreign that come here says that the people are friendly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean.
Most of foreign
Yeah.
come to Jogja.
Yeah. I
Yogyakarta.
mean, I'm really, sort of humbled by it. So, I mean, I've been to a lot of countries, and I don't expect people to be. People are friendly in most places, but they're particularly friendly here, and I just really, kind of humbled by it. And I mean, it's a cliche, but back to the food, talk of the positives, it's just like a beautiful food all the time, even on the street, What else? I mean, I don't know. That's, the history is amazing. Like going to Borobudur, and Paramadan.
Borobudur in Prambanan is really beautiful.
Yes, like, the history, it's just so old, and to do a bit of reading about all the people that have come to Indonesia, the Indians, and then the Hindus and the Buddhists, and then Islam came here, and then the Portuguese and the Dutch.
They mixed together.
Yeah.
And still not fast.
Yeah, I know. Incredible,
Yeah.
So, and then there's your mother who just sort of feeds me all this beautiful food and is so friendly and helpful. And so, it's just been a lovely time coming here. I really can't think of any negatives. It's very hot.
It's very hot? Okay.
Yeah.
And crowded. Do you think this comes?
Oh, not compared to India. Like I've been to, it's quite crowded.
Oh,
but
India don't have a traffic. What is that?
Traffic lights.
Yes.
Less, not many. That's right. And one thing I really love about, it's very busy on the roads here, but Indonesian people don't honk their horn all the time. They don't do that. And in India, it's just honk, honk,
I heard
honk,
that.
honk. But like, sometimes it's very busy here. The traffic is almost as busy as India sometimes, but that's the big difference. It's so much quieter because people aren't just in India, and I love India, by the way, but India's crazy. But sometimes, for no reason, people just honk, 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 honk. Whereas here, just occasionally, people go honk, just when they need to say, watch out, here I come. And it's so refreshing.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Okay. By the way, that's my last question.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right, that's it. Okay, that's a
For
pleasure.
answering my question.
That's a pleasure.
I'm sorry for disturbing you.
You didn't disturb me. It's nice that you.
Can